Good morning, everyone, to Morning Brews and Cruise News. I'm your host, Trevor Shelby, and today is June 22nd, 2023. I like to call this day Friday Eve. Okay, that's what we're going with today. Today, we're going to be talking about Princess Cruises making some changes to their shareholder program. We're also going to be looking at this train that Royal Caribbean has. Sounds pretty interesting. And okay, so did the Royal Caribbean get battered by winds the other day? And also, we're to be going over some interesting news coming out of Mexico. But first, I'm trying this coffee. Ooh, it's pretty good. We're doing some double donut coffee today. That's how I order my donuts, actually. I walk into the donut shop and I'm like, I'll have a donut. Make it a double. So, you know, that's how big guys like me do it. But first, we're going to be talking about this discovery in Mexico, guys. This is actually pretty interesting. And I've been on a few cruises. And one of the things I love to do when I go on a cruise is I actually like visiting like these ruins, the Maya ruins. And I find it fascinating. These people were just so advanced for their time in a lot of ways. Most recently, I had gone to Chichen Itza, and I will say that was a fabulous, fabulous journey. If you ever get the chance, go visit. Researchers have found another Maya city, and it's deep in the jungle. This city is located in the Yucatan Peninsula where, Cozumel and all that is. So it's kind of interesting that, this might be something that, in the next 10 years, we might be able to see. So they've named the city Octaman, which means stone pillar in Maya language. And they said that there are pyramid structures that are probably about 15 meters high. And interesting enough, it has a ball court. So that is pretty neat. In Chichen Itza, I got to actually walk out on the ball court and actually see how big it was. And it's incredible the way they played that game and like how high the hoop is that the ball has to go through. It's crazy. Okay. It's really crazy. So it's very interesting that they are able to find these things. And so what they used is this like radar laser technology, and they were able to locate this city. So it's interesting to see what kind of research comes for this, because every time they do these excavations, and we learn more and more about these people. So it's going to be fascinating to follow this. Next up, we're going to talk about this new immersive technology that they've got with this train that is going to be on a Royal Caribbean ship, the Utopia of the Seas, which is going to be delivered next June. Well, from all reports, the immersive experience is being put together. This train is going to be just fantastic. So up and down the train car are windows, and all of these windows all have screens in them. And so they're all synced up, so it makes it look like the train is moving. It's going to have different scenes from all around. Norwegian's Chief Product Innovation Officer, Jay Schinder, said that we can take you through a multi-course experience that will allow you to visit multiple destinations through a culinary journey, virtually see and do it on a train experience on a cruise ship. They said that we're going to see footage from the American West, France, the Baltics, and other destinations, and all the food options are going to match what you're going to be seeing. So you're going to get this visual, and you're going to be tasting a wonderful experience. This is something like, I dig this stuff, man. So on the Carnival Celebration, there is the Latitudes bar, and it took you on a trip through time. So all the windows that were there started reflecting like we were time traveling. And at one point, a dragon attacked us, and I was like, I didn't even realize those were real. But the way that bar is set up, It's kind of like the old airports. So it's got the big marquee that's got the tickers on it and stuff that change all the words all over. And so that thing's just going crazy through the whole thing, throwing up really cool stuff and doing all kinds of effects. And it was really interesting to see. So I really dig this kind of stuff. I love that they're doing these kind of, micro experiences on cruise ships. This one is a little bit more. So I really think, I love this, one-upsman, so Carnival puts out the latitudes, they're going to come out with this train experience, who's going to come out with the next thing, we will see. But man, this train, I'm excited about this. Over the next few years, I do plan on, trying different ships and different cruise lines. So this will be interesting. So now we're heading on over to Princess Cruises, where they are making a few changes to their shareholder program. This is interesting because they have a pretty robust program. Carnival being their parent company, they've got their shareholder program kind of wrapped up into this other program. The shareholder program, if you own 100 shares of the Carnival Corporation, you can get some amounts in onboard credit depending on the amount of days that you sell. But Princess also offers the added benefit of getting onboard credit for being a military member. So what cruisers have done in the past is they've combined both benefits. So you're kind of doubling your money there. It's something that I would definitely do if I was a military member. If I was looking at different cruises that I could take and say, I could go, on this Princess cruise and get double the onboard credit, then, that's a no-brainer. I'm going to try out Princess, especially for first-time cruisers, man. Or anyone that's on a budget, man, that kind of stuff goes a long way. So basically what's going on is they are not letting you combine these credits anymore. So military members will have to make a decision if they will receive, which program they're going to receive their benefits. Now, if you are a military member, I would suggest going with that as your benefit because you get an extra per person, not per stateroom. So that's kind of how the differences is. So if you're on a cruise that's 6 days or less, shareholders receive $50 per stateroom and military guests receive $50 per person. So 7 to 13 day cruise, it's the same thing, $100 per stateroom for shareholders, $100 per person for military guests. And then any voyages over 14 days, shareholders get $250 per person, while military guests receives $250 per person. And those are all very important changes. And so if you're going on or planning to go on a Princess cruise, you probably should keep this in mind because you're probably going to be looking up tips and tricks, and some of those may be outdated now. Hopefully people are making note of this and, keeping that in mind. So now for our last story of the day. Last Friday, actually, a Royal Caribbean ship, the Independence of the Seas, was slammed with some crazy storms. Now, this was in share. Now for our community spotlight, we will be spotlighting Ark Adventures. Right now, they are putting out a series that's all over the Carnival Miracle and their experience. They put out a really cool bike ride that they went on this excursion, and I just thought it was fantastic. Something that I, might be doing in the future. So I think that's going to be a whole lot of fun. So definitely go and check out Ark Adventures. They are fantastic people. And with that, now I want to thank you all for setting sail with us on this Thursday morning over at Morning Brews and Cruise News. Remember that every day is an opportunity for adventure, whether it's exploring a brand new, delicious coffee or getting to spend some time with me going over the cruise news. So keep your spirits high and your mugs full. Smooth sailing, pier runners.